Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Advancement Center, and welcome to your life of magic and the magic of your life that is always present, no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. There's magic all around. And when you connect with your Creator, the miracles happen every second of every day. The miracle of your needs being met, the miracle of laughter, of joy, of smiles, of awareness, introspection, all happening through the connection with your Creator. That is happening more and more in a conscious way. And all you have to do is start speaking to your Creator, and they will appear right before you in every piece of life, in every form, so that when the rain starts coming and it seems heavy and it gives you a moment of fright as you might be driving or having to navigate something, connect with your Creator, and you'll feel Him in the raindrops. You'll feel them in the water. You'll hear them in the sound of the rain. And all anxiousness and difficulties will roll off of you like the proverbial duck's back. And you'll be left with an amazing feeling of being supported. And this is true for every circumstance in your life. That connection is coming forward for each of us to become more of a focus. It's expanding, it's growing. And it will allow you the peace that you so desire. Like everything else, it is a choice of focus. But I tell you, and you already know, those moments of connecting with your Creator are greater than anything you can ever experience. And we wonder why in the hell we ever leave it. What's got our attention more than that connection? And then we find our way back, and we have everything we need. and we're at peace with life, with ourselves, with everyone we encounter, and we see the Creator in everything. He talks to us just like I'm talking to you. Yet there is an expansiveness and an essence that can't be contained in a word or a sound. Yet you can feel it and know that you're experiencing it. The magical flow of communications is coming forward in a more focused way now. Everyone is feeling like they're connecting and seeing things and hearing things and knowing things and getting signals before the actual communication comes online. And it made me think of the quantum entanglement, how they discovered the one electron that was connected with another, and the other one could be millions of miles away, but they would have the same response and connection as if they were sitting right next to each other. So we're all on the grid, and those that we're connected to are little lights that flash on and off as we pass signals along to one another. And sometimes, I should say, and now that field is expanding beyond the people that you even know. And if you can just imagine a field with lines and light bulbs plugged in to the lines, like a giant football field, and a light lights up on one end and it lights up on the other end, and the communication is complete. The main awareness that comes from this is that we're all connected, and where we're headed and what's coming from this magical flow of communication is what we're experiencing. Communication without words. They call it telepathy. And you'll begin to know way in advance what message you're about to receive, and someone that you're sending a message to will get it much faster now that this flow of communication is being brought into its full or the next level of its development for humanity. There's so much that you can feel, and so much you can do through that communication. so many people you can influence and assist, transmitting balance and harmony and perfection through that giant field, and watching lights light up everywhere. It all comes down to our focus and our desire to know that that is available to us right now, and to then go play and watch the lights come on all over the planet. There's so much to say. I last spoke to you 4 days ago, and in those 4 days, so much comes forward, and I love it. So I'll share a few of those things that I wrote down about what I was given. We all like to do things that may seem monotonous, like daydreaming or reading a book, listening to music, watching someone on television. These are moments in our awakened state where we are actually going out into the field, where we are changing or balancing things that need changing and balancing. It is the same thing we do when we are asleep, but we also actually do it when we are awake too. The expanded aspect of you that is everywhere is always working, and it will send this aspect of us into a place where you feel like you're just staring off into the distance so that it can do the many things that it needs to do. You might not be aware of what's being specifically done, but many times the open channel will allow you to go into the future and bring back some information that you didn't know before. I can now feel myself traveling to visit others all over the world while still being in my present location. While in this state, and even in a completely wakened state, the magical flow of communications is now upon us. You can begin to feel yourself as that multi-dimensional being in more places than where you see me right now and where I see you. And your essence will actually be in that other place, to the point that someone in the other location feels as though they can touch you and feel your physical body as your essence permeates a space in another location thousands of miles away. We are raising the consciousness of humanity as we are raising the consciousness within ourselves. We are raising the vibration of humanity as we are raising the vibration within ourselves. And we are raising the awareness of humanity as we are raising the awareness within ourselves. One change, one growth, one expansion, and one transcending moment at a time. What is happening to you is happening to humanity as a whole. This is the shift that has been coming. You may not be able to see it happening all around you, but that's no surprise because we can barely see it happening to ourselves. But for those moments when you realize that you have changed, when you realize you no longer have within you the ability to react to something that would have caused an intense reaction, you might begin to notice that it is happening to you. Now stop for a moment and feel that feeling of newness, joy, and freedom that you felt when you realized that you are a different person. Feel that going into the field of every person on the face of the planet. That's the raising of the consciousness of humanity. In those moments when something that you have believed, like I have to eat a certain way, or believe in a diagnosis, or follow cause and effect, and those beliefs suddenly vanish and are replaced by knowingness of your own power and reality of who you actually are. That is the raising of the vibration of humanity. And when you have incredible moments of remembrance and see the gifts and abilities you have to change any moment in the timeless time. And you begin to see with clarity the illusion of fear and lack and the survival mentality that they bring. When you are able to see clearly and see the two, the world of the physical plane of matter and the world of the spirit, and know that your true being and your true essence comes from the world of spirit, you will have raised the awareness of all humanity. This is called to grow, to change, to expand, and transcend, and the end of celebrity. This will find its way into the book, This Life is a Hoot. And in the meantime, your brain is fucked. An annex chapter, maybe. To grow, to change, to expand, and transcend. No one who has agreed to be in this physical plane is exempt from this process. There's no way to escape it. Once you take on a physical body and all that comes with it, you are in the path to transcend its limitations and its incessant need to be the focal point of your being. This includes all the things that make us human: emotions, our health, our finances, and our relationships. And then there's the remembrance of yourself as a spirit, something far more expansive than this human incarnation, which is an aspect of you. It has been the year of remembrance of yourself as a spirit, that aspect of you that is everywhere at all times. And in your remembrance, you remember your gifts and your abilities, your knowing and your power, and you simply find yourself growing, changing, expanding, and transcending at a different level through the journey of your life. Growing, changing, expanding, and transcending so that we can once again become who we truly are. We experience a near-death experience more times than we know. We have a moment when we feel that a piece of us has died, a piece that was no longer serving us. Maybe it was connected to our beliefs or our lack of knowing or our doubt. But in that moment, it dies and we are born anew. We have a new outlook, an expanded view that ushers in a freedom that we didn't know existed until the moment of death and rebirth. We grow, change, expand, and transcend over and over and over again. We make a simple statement like, I used to react to that, but now it's gone. It's just gone. We have just died and are born again. Cats have 9 lives, but the number of lives that we have are infinite. So be gentle with yourself. You're not unlike the little child who has so far to go on their journey of endless possibilities. Seeing a child as an adult after you haven't seen them for 20 years is shocking because you missed that period of becoming in their life. And you are blown away with the transformation from that little child to an adult. And coming into this human form, that is the journey that we agreed to make ourselves a part of. And although it seems difficult and overwhelming in moments, it is grand. There are many who would love to experience what we're experiencing, to have the opportunity to evolve and expand through this human incarnation and all the experiences that come along with it. No one can ever fully prepare themselves for this journey, yet we are reminded that we ourselves set it all in motion. What's next, we ask, as we are coming to the end of the year of remembrance? Stay tuned, for as you remember, you see the bigger picture. And as you see the bigger picture, you realize that every moment is precious and orchestrated and necessary. No need to focus on doing it right. You will never do it right because there is no right. As soon as you think you've got something right, it will change and you'll have to look at it in a whole new light. We are only going back home to ourselves, and we've dropped all the necessary breadcrumbs to direct our path. They are found at the perfect time in our life, and when you find one, you celebrate. But as much as you would like to stay there, they are always pointing you to the next breadcrumb that you left for yourself to find. We are such amazing and incredible beings. We get taken on random rides on the bullshit train, and we find ourselves making this game of life way too serious. We find ourselves getting sucked into its rules, regulations, and logic. But in that flash of a moment, when you see your own infinite magnificence and remember who you really are, you will be filled with so much laughter, levity, and lightheartedness, first at yourself and then at the game that we have taken so seriously. We pay so much attention to the world outside of us, not as an observer, but unfortunately as a participant. This makes us take it all too seriously. The actor, the athlete, the musician, they are just dickheads, like we all are. Somehow, because they got put in the spotlight, we see them as different, more, and better. This causes us to give their world a hierarchical weighted system of importance. And now the famous actor, athlete, musician, and celebrity begins to speak. What if everybody talked to you all the time, talked about you all the time? What if you were in the spotlight? You would probably say, don't focus on me. I'm still trying to find my way home. You would say, what I do, everyone in their own way is capable of doing. The world has just propped me up so that I could be a vehicle for you to not focus on your own magnificence. Don't spend so much time focusing on me and talking about me and saying how amazing I am, although it may appear to be flattering, and part of me likes it, I suppose. But in truth, you're locking me into an identity. You're putting a picture frame around my neck that I may never live up to or down. Enjoy your life and do not focus on mine. Beyond enjoying an expression that I deliver into the field, just as you do at your place of work or in whatever stage of life you are performing on. Become the great star of your own life. Find the breadcrumbs that you have left for yourself and watch as you light up from the inside out. Today, I am putting an end to your talking about me. Acknowledge my expression, which, by the way, I did for me, not for you. That is why it has such impact, because I was not trying to please you. That is the only way a transmission can be authentic. You must do it for you. Once delivered, I am just like you, no more and no less. So do not lift me above you or honor me or spend any lengths of time discussing me. If you knew what was going on in my life and the choices I have made to get here, you actually might feel sorry for me. But I don't want anyone's pity. I want you to go and do what I did, transmit an expression from your heart. Fortunately for you, you get to walk away from that expression with the joy within your heart and maybe that of a few friends. I, on the other hand, must sing it, act it, perform it over and over and over again, long after the joy of my creation is gone. I am envious of you, but this is what I chose. If the whole world would recognize this, there would be no more celebrities, and I would be a simple artist trying to do or say something that means something to me. So I say again to humanity, don't look outside of yourself at me. Always look inside of yourself at you. Because when you look at me and not my expression, you give your power, the power that resides inside you that can't be fully comprehended, to me. So watch my expression, enjoy my expression, even share my expressions with others, but don't look at me. Don't share me. Don't pass me on, for I have the ability to make you put yourself under me. But in fact, it is you who does that to yourself. So join me today in letting it all fall down. Let this system collapse under the weight of everyone's remembrance of themselves as a bright star of incomparable brilliance. We have done this looking outside of ourselves for so long. It was trained in us as kids. We have the glamour and popularity of being a celebrity placed in everyone, that secret ambition to be one themselves. And we wished we had that voice or that look or that athletic body because we wanted the attention that comes with being famous. In those moments, we lost the awareness of our own magnificence. And without the remembrance of that, we are still looking outside of ourselves to see who has been propped up before us as greatness. There is no law here, and therefore there is no force involved in any way. What I'm describing is an energetic lowering of your vibration as you give your power to another, be it a celebrity, a guru, or any person in whatever discipline of life that you hold as someone better than you. This is so subtle because the program of worship started many thousands of years ago, first in religion and spirituality, and now in the world of celebrity. It's the program that says, follow me and look at me. Don't you want some of what I have? It is the carrot on the stick in the physical world, but we have surpassed that by seeing that our nature of spirit can never run that program. And when that aspect of us that lives in this physical body connects to that reality, we will see who we really are, and we will no longer participate in the program that wanted us not to discover our own remarkable value and power. If we look back, we can see the thread that was sewn into the fabric of life, a thread that we tried to grab onto in the attempt to be something that no one was supposed to be, a false light that would draw people towards looking away from the true light that was always within. Now we cut the thread and turn the light inward so that you may see how beautifully magnificent you are. This is all being delivered without judgment. Keep looking within and know that there is nothing or no one greater than the one that is inside of you. And through the bright light of awareness, we will all once again change, grow, expand, and transcend for that part of us that is a respecter of persons and that has been governed by the program of worship will have died. And in the wake of that death, we will have been born again. Come bring me your softness. Comfort me through all this madness. Don't you know each time with you I'm born again? Come give me your sweetness. With you there is no weakness. Don't you know when I'm with you I'm born again? I was gone, not home, in step with none, reaching through this world in need of one. Come show me your kindness. In your arms, I know I'll find this. Every moment of our lives, we're born again. Lying safe within your arms, we're born again. Cheers, everyone. It truly is a perfect life with perfect health and a future filled with magic. Thank you for listening. I am David.